TRT World's defense analyst Ube Shabanda joins me live in the studio now. Ube, first of all, what do you make of the significance of, first, the fact that the rebels have a drone like this, and secondly, that they would attack the Russian military and not the Syrian military?
Well, no doubt this has been the single deadliest week for the Russian military forces in Syria since they entered Syria in 2015. Now, the Russians have a permanent base in Khmeimim, so they were a major target. We're seeing a trend by Syrian rebel forces of increasingly using these weaponized drones against the regime forces and now the Russian forces in Syria. Now, this is very significant because this is perhaps the highest casualty rate that we've seen Russian forces suffer in Syria since they entered Syria in 2015. Now, the Russians just held a military parade on the same airbase in December, claiming that their military operations were successful and that some of the Russian forces could go back home to Russia. Now, the fact that the Russians have indicated that they're going to maintain their military forces in Syria for a long period of time, given that they signed these military basing agreements with the Assad regime, it's pretty clear that rebels in Syria are going to increasingly target Russian forces as they operate throughout Syria, not just in the airbase, but there's also Russian special forces that are operating on the front lines in support of the Assad military and the Assad military allied militias as they continue to battle rebels in northwest Syria.